Hello, everyone, and today is Tuesday. Making sure that you are ready to complete your assignment. I'm just going to go over some of the assignment requirements. And remember, you're going to create an abstract sort of movement design with line. So let's look at that. I'm going to share my screen with you all. So a couple things we want to look at for this project. Don't forget that you want to kind of create some type of movement. If you're going to do this one, I wouldn't start it directly in the center. I would kind of turn it to the side and let it radiate out from that particular design, just so you can make sure that your image kind of goes out from the side and then goes around. Remember, this one is using grid if you want to use something similar, or you could just freeform it as you can see here. So with this one, you kind of just basically have your shapes, but you add these curvy lines all in it. Remember, this is project's gonna be done in pen. This one is really simple to do right here. You just start out with one. You see how the main sections there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. But then they start out these 6 sections and then they sort of wove into each other. So figure out how you can get yours completed for this particular assignment. Another thing you can do is go on Google and you can look up Zentangle designs. And I just did a basic thing, typed in images, and look at all of these designs that have different movements and patterns in them that you can use to create your piece. The main thing we want to focus is just lines, trying to make sure that they look like they're moving. This is a really good one right here. Just start out with little shapes like this, and they keep going on top of each other, so it looks like they're sort of jutting out from that space. If we scroll down, there's probably some more up here. This is really neat right here of how they did this one. See how they started that shape out right here, and then they went this way, then they went up, and it kind of repeated as it went. So, what if you cut a shape out and keep rotating it in different ways, spreading out those lines so that it goes from dark to light? So that's just another example here. Um, let's see. This is a really interesting movement piece right here. See how they just curve these lines around, starting from that center point, curving these around. So think about what you can do to make it look like it's moving. That's what we want to kind of incorporate. We want to make sure that it's moving. This one is really intricate, really neat. And let's see. Here's another one. They use Sharpie for this, so you see how sharp those lines are right here. But make sure that you spreading out your lines and that it goes from dark to light that you see there. Here's a really interesting wavy line. Remember, what you just want to use pen if you can, but they just did different sections. So look, they started out with this section, and then they just kind of just think about how you doodle, and you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Okay, very interesting examples here. Beautiful work right here. They started out here and in this middle section, and then it just kept going, and these lines kept curving around, kept swooping and curving. So very interesting ways to show movement. So that's what we really want to focus on, the principle of design, which focuses on movement, and we want to look at pattern as well. So to continue this leaf looking shape as well. So I'm hoping that this will give you some insight to what you can possibly do for your project. I want to go to YouTube and just show you a short video on how to complete that, some Zentangle designs, patterns. I want to put movement. I think that might help us to see some in a different light. So here are some patterns here, and I'm just that you can see how that they use these in different sections to create movement. All right, I'm gonna also give you some links that you can use to look at those videos, but they just have like a little bit of a guideline. I don't want you to add shading in this because you're just using pen, but just remember that the closer together you get your lines, the lighter value is going to create. All right, thank you. Upload your progress today.